Yes, dears, welcome back to Merel Sweden. That's my TikTok name. Merel Swedish Chapters, that's my YouTube name. Those of you who are new here, dears, consider liking, sharing, and even subscribing. Yes, so you push me forward. Yes, dears. This is part 2, about, the child is, migrations, situation. Yes, here. Yes, so let's see what's the main authority here. The main authority here is Swedish Migration Agency. Yes. Yeah, you must, papers must be applied through the Swedish Migration Agency, not the Swedish Embassy. So don't confuse that too. Yes. So let's talk about the possible pathways for this lady's, child to get into Sweden. Yes. And remember, disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal person, I just gather information, just, share with you. Yes, because I want you informed. For further, information, if you need help, contact a lawyer or a legal person. Yeah. So, let's start with, if the child is already Swedish, a Swedish citizen, yes, then the child has a right to live in Sweden. Yes. The mother can, apply for a resident permit as a parent of a Swedish child. Remember that. But she may need consent from the father or proof that she has sole custody. So number 2, if the father is registered as the father, she will likely need written consent from the father. It's super important. This is super important. Proof of the relationship, birth certificate, etc. Yes. So let's go to number 3. If the child's citizenship is not confirmed, the first step is apply for citizenship confirmation or passport for the child. Yeah, let's move on. Dear, let me warn you about this. This process can take months, sometimes longer. Okay, you who is applying, you should never, use agents, or pay an official, you pay an official, people, dears, don't be scammed, okay? Everything must go through official channels. Remember that, dears, always remember that. Let me summarize this for you. This case is possible, but what you need is to follow the correct legal process. Since the child is Swedish, one may be able to apply for a resident permit in Sweden as a parent. However, this depends whether the father is registered and if you have his consent, okay, or custody. The best step is apply through the Swedish Migration Agency, Migrationsverket in Swedish. They will guide you, based on your situation. They know better, of course. Let me tell you, dear, remember this and mark, these points. Make sure your child has a Swedish passport or citizenship confirmed. You have documents like the birth certificate. You can contact the father if consent is needed. Do not pay agents. Apply only through the official website.